This morning I am ecstatic, I am over the moon, I am slightly hungover, but I've got my coffee. Why? Because I've just won a really important chess game last night, an overboard chess game, and it's thanks to two resources. It was really important because the club needed to win because they're facing relegation. It's important for me personally because I've been playing absolutely bloody awful. It's my first game this year. I played 4 games last year at the back of last season and lost all 4. Took a little break for a couple of months, went back yesterday and played a really nice game that I'm really happy with, and it's thanks to two things. It's thanks to common chess patterns, because that's given me a 2,000 plus rating strength in tactics. If you study that chess book and you study it over and over again, you just have a tactical strength. So it's thanks to that as a backbone, but it's thanks predominantly to a video I did recently on this channel, and it's a video I did on Michael Steen's Simple Chess. And if you've been following that series, you're in the Michael Steen Club. This book, thank you Mr. Michael Steen, along with my courses there, helped me win this really important game last night. It's a massive thank you to somebody who said, when are you doing the next video in your Michael Steen series? And I said, oh yeah, that sort of like reminded me to do that video. If it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't have won that game last night, certainly not in the manner that I did. I want to show you now a clip from that video, chapter 6, and it's directly related to my victory last night. It's a fabulous position, absolutely brilliant. White has clearly not been reading his Michael Steen, but that's his fault. We have been, and we can benefit from that. So in this position, White offers a queen trade, which is a really bad move because Black has got a stunner coming up. So queen trade, do we accept it? Well, we do, because of the following move here, what I think is really instructive. Really like this move, and the idea behind this move in keeping the pawns in place. Well, talking too much, let's have a look. 98 98, we're going to drop the knight in this position. The knight's on a fabulous square. Not only does it block the passed pawn, not only does it stop that, but it puts the pawn, keeps the pawn on the light squares, which the bishop then can't really do anything about it. So with a knight on this square on d6, the actual pawn is actually stopping the bishop from harassing the knight, right? So a really nice move, but the rest of this game is really instructive. That was in that video that I did recently, but take a look at my position from last night. So I'm white and it's my opponent to move, and my opponent played rook f6, and this is the moment in the game where everything comes together. The tactical study and the Michael Steen YouTube videos I'm just doing for fun. This is the key moment of the game anyway. But it's also the first time ever I've opened with anything other than e4 or d4. I open with my new system, which is b3, bishop b2, with the Nimzol Larsen, and I did a video on that as well. Back to this position, what did I play in the game? I played the following moves, which is the computer best move as well. Rook takes, which forces queen takes, king takes, bishop takes e5. Right, so that wins a pawn. Right, Black has got 5 pawns and 3 pawn islands to my 2. So this is superior position. After the king moves, takes. The following move is where our friend Michael Steen comes in handy, because what move did I play in this position? I played knight f4. Knight f4, familiar, sticking this pawn on a light square for a very long time, for the remainder of the game if I want to. And this is a bad bishop versus a good knight. What about that? I literally done a video and then got a similar position in the very next game a few days later. Thank you, Michael Steen. And the game went as follows. I anticipated this move. Next move coming up, c5. I play c5. I don't know if it's the best move in the position, but the idea again is just to lock these pawns on light squares, making this a terrible bishop and a great knight. And then I actually expected Black to challenge for the open file, but maybe he's not read the chapter on open files in Michael Steen. If Black would have done that, I would have brought my king in and covered these squares anyway. There's no point in owning a file if you can control it with your king. There's no entry points, so I would have traded off rooks eventually after these moves. Traded off rooks and just gone into the ending, the pure ending. Good knight versus bad bishop. Didn't do that, so I took the file over myself and then improved the position. Yeah, locking that knight in place. These 2 pawns covering these squares. The king's going nowhere. improve the king position, and then bam, this is going to be the end of the game pretty soon, because the rook on the back rank, and then check on here in this position, and then check here. And now the idea was to pick up a pawn after the king retreats, but the king moved here, and there was actually a better move than picking up the pawn in this position. And my people were watching this game and they're like, why didn't you just pick the pawn up? And then they went, ah. So actually, in this position, I played this move with the idea of d4 mate, but it's actually a better move than that. Looking at the computer, why do you look at the computer and then it makes yourself look an idiot? But this is absolutely fine. Black does have a resource. I thought this honestly was just checkmating one. I thought black could make any move, and then d4 comes with mate, but there's actually this move. But I mean, that's still absolutely fine, because you can still take this piece, and you know it's going to be a good night pretty soon. Anyway, you could also take with the rook, which chases the king this side. So there was a slightly better move in this position. In the actual game, my opponent just played this move and I mated. But instead of bringing the rook across, actually the very best move is king e3 with the same idea. It's just now there's no bishop defense. So anyway, in the actual game, I played this move. My opponent took quite a while, played this move, and then I won. And it's all thanks to those two resources. It's the combination of drilling common chess patterns over and over again and revisiting the amazing book Simple Chess. Those two things really, really helped me to win an important chess game. Thanks for watching.